Okay guys, so we got a little surprise today. We're gonna be doing a tour of a very special place to a lot of y'all. And for y'all to know what that tour is gonna be, you can see it's gonna be the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna check out what their layout of this place and stuff is right now. They're gonna be closing soon, so I'm gonna try to get what I can before they kick us out. I didn't know they closed at 5 until it's too late. So I got about, 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes to run through and get it done real quick. So we're gonna go inside and we're gonna check it out. All right, so we made it inside to the Corvette Museum. When you walk inside, they got a bunch of them on display. Also, if you order one, got an allocation for one, you can do Corvette, the museum delivery. As you can see, that's that right there. And we'll go over to the bay door where they have them sitting waiting to be picked up. So if you look in here, we got some C8s in here, both coupe and convertibles. Looks like quite a few with the high wing. Got an accelerate yellow, got the black with the accelerate pin, and got the new white. Got a couple of them there ready for pickup, and then they always have a few on the floor. They do raffles and stuff where you can buy tickets for each certain one, stuff like that. Like so here, I don't know if they have these C8s for the raffle. They did with the C7s when they had them out here on the floor. But they usually try to have different trims and stuff like that. Right now, they only have the Stingray, so they don't have any Grand Sports Z06s or ZR1s on the floor. And they never had ZR1s. They only had Grand Sports Z06s and the Stingrays and the Z51s with the C7s. So right now they just got the Stingrays. .3LT interior. If I remember correctly, this one right here is the one that replaced the Walker Gray. I can't remember the exact gray color, but it's got the Trident rails on it. It's real nice. It's actually really clean with that white interior, and it's kind of like a grayish white. Gives it like a light blue tint. And they used to actually have the information for each vehicle right here in this section, but they don't now. Looks like they only have coupes. They don't have any convertibles on the floor right now. A Stingray R. This is a new one. Z51 package. I'm gonna have to find out what the Stingray R is. The diffuser looks a little different on the back. But you can see where it says Stingray R on it. So it's probably the Jake 1 Black Series, yeah. Jake Racing. So it actually looks really clean. And I'm not really a fan of red. It actually looks really clean with 3LT. Well, no, the back is the same on this one too, so. But it looks real clean. But yeah, mostly red. Red has always been the most popular color in Corvette sells. I had a red 87, as some of y'all know. Great car. I switched to the Polo Metallic 2. And I'm looking for my next one to be one of the green ones also. Here's a nice one. It's white. It's got like the burnt orange stripes, tan interior. This is actually a convertible. Can you actually see the engine or just the cover? It looks like you can only see the cover through the grill on that one. Nice. That burnt orange actually is a good touch. once you see it in person. Alright, so we're gonna get checked in and we're gonna do a tour and show you all a little bit of what's in the museum as of August 2021. It's a 1953 original chassis number 3 cutaway. All the wiring works pretty simple compared to nowadays. Glass car with no frame. That's interesting. 1946 Scout concept car. It has the Mama Smack upside the head turnaround seat. 47 Roadster, Super Sports. 51, 1953. Only 300 of them were built. That one's number 262. $55 yellow. That's actually Harvest Gold. Dark green top, only 120. Zora.
Most of the Corvettes he loved so much. Every day, enthusiasts stop by for a few private talks.
Godfather, the mid-engine. So this one is a 1954 in bonds. 1961, 270 horsepower. Incredible. At 57. Watch that orange one right there. 1958. Serial number 2. One of 4 hand-built pilot cars at 58. 250 horse. That's signature red. That looks like an orange to me. You know, that's what I need down in the basement right there. Corvette pinball machine from 1994. 1962. .327 with 300 horsepower, 4-speed. Zora's driving outfit with his helmet and glasses. There's a C7R 06 platform. Memory of Steve and Debbie Ewing. Zora's driving shoes. This was he took it on the Ewing. Test speed and time, maybe? I don't know. Paul Reinhardt. 2019 Atlantic Corvette Caravan. Artifact temporarily removed. Coming soon. Looks like a rally based. Kind of reminds me of the Cobra Kit cars. Drag. C4. And we got a C5. No, it says an 85, so that would be a C4 also. C4. This was an 87. Same as mine, except for it's yellow. Mine was red on red. There's an 89. Do you like the body kit on this one? 97 C5. With a Le Mans style headlights. Then we have the C7. I guess this one was actually featured in Gran Turismo 6. PS3 Gran Turismo 6 C7. Nice. Got the vinyl wrap on it. This is Serve 1. Zora, which is that guy right there who wanted Corvette to be mid-engine. This was his first one that he designed to try to bring it to be a mid-engine car. V8 with 350 horsepower, 4-speed, 1959. XP708 Serve 1, the first mid-engine Corvette. Designed and driven by Zora. Then this is the 1965. I can't remember if this is Serve 2 or if this was Mako. This was another one, 2-speed automatic. So I think that might be served too, if I remember correctly. Over here, we got Astro 2. It was 1968. 427 with 390. Here, we can walk through like the journey of how we got to the mid-engine. Obviously, we started off with the original C1, and then made Serve 1 in the 60s. Then we got to the C3, C2, and then we got Serve 2. Okay, so that was Mako then, or Astro 1. Then we got the 64 concept, which I showed you. And then we got Astro 2. Then we got the 68. You know, there's a prototype from the 70s. Another concept car out of aluminum instead of fiberglass. Then you got the Corvette with the gold wing doors. Got the C4 that started in 84 instead of 83. Another concept car, which I believe, if I remember correctly, they used that Knight Rider, or they used similar car in Knight Rider, the original series. Then Serve 3, another mid-engine, 1990. Then 2020, final mid-engine. So now we're getting into the Reynolds aluminum Corvette. This is the XP 895 from 1972. It's a V8 400 cubic inches, unknown horsepower with a 3-speed auto transmission. This is the engine. And 2020 Stingray, there's the clay model. And then here's the 2020 mid-engine. So this is the whites with the 3LT interior coupe. LT2 V8, 495 horsepower, 8-speed automatic transmission. And part of that chassis, the 6 or 8-point chassis, is actually built in Bedford, Indiana, at the GM plant. Here's the Rotor 2, and then they got the Indy back there, 86 Indy concept car. So the Rotor had 180, and the Indy had 600 V8 LT5. The Indy V8 was 600, the LT5 was 650. The Indy was 2.6 liters, and the LT5 was 5.7, which is pretty much the standard. And we got a few in the shop. The alligator carts back there, it looks like. Golf cart with the alligator. These are all the ones that fell. So they actually did rebuild the 62 from the collapse. This is the 40th anniversary, 1993, ruby red, or ruby metallic, I believe is the actual color. Saw blades. And this was the Z06, 2001 Z06. Yeah, it was just completely crushed and sandwiched. Then this would have been the 1.5 million, looks like. No, this is the black. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is the black CR1 Spider. Look at that. So this is the manhole. This is to give them access to check, make sure everything's still good. Okay, so this is the 1.5 million. White on red. C6 2009. Pace. So here's the Blue Devil, the ZR1 C6, the first one in 2009. This was the concept that later became the actual ZR1. With the LS7, LS9 supercharged. The 1 millionth that was able to be restored. 1992 LT1. Orbison, 1967, Stingray. George Jones did a concert here in '94. This is a '78 two-tone C4 pace car from the 79th in 1995. 3 years later. So that was the 79th. This would have been an 82nd. Yep, 82nd Indy 500. C5 pace car. So this was Zora's personal 74. Custom two-tone paint. His initials on it. C7. Black and gold vinyl wrapping. Flat black. C7. White and red. Just like the original. Then we got a C606. That's a Ron Fellows edition. LS7, C5, personal license plate from Texas. Here's an 88 C4, so this would be the L98 engine. This was a 35th anniversary, since they didn't technically have a 30th anniversary. C3, 77. Ah, here's the C2 green. I can't remember the name of that green. C1, 1961, 1968 Astrovette, part of an aerodynamic study. Then here is the camo wrap from 2018 when they first started testing the C8s. Huh? They do that on purpose. It's to hide the body lines. So the reason for the camo wrapping and the different stuff that they do is to hide the body lines, to distort what it would really look like. And you can tell this was a pre-production because it has the shut-off switch right up there. For if the driver needed to shut it off for any reason during testing. They had the Trident wheels. You can tell that they painted them a little bit to try to hide the look on it. And they put the camo wrap in like different patterns and flipped it around so it wasn't a continuous line on the vinyl wrap. LT2 engine, and then you can tell they altered the tailpipes too, also so you couldn't see exactly what it was going to look like. They covered up most of the taillights, and these are obviously not the taillights they use now. They put basic ones in. Probably bought it from like AutoZone. See, it looks a lot different in the back. Over here is one of the very few 1983s that were actually built. Let's see.
Honestly,
of the 43 that were produced, this is the only one that still remains. So this was the first C4 that never got mass produced. They only, like you said, only made 43 of them. 33 of them were for engineering and the proving grounds.
all of its aspects.
The remaining stained and Bowling Green for development purposes to continue. And here's a 93 Viper, and it is a V12 ZR1. 1989 ZR with the V12 engine in it. Why don't they keep doing that? I don't know. So this was to compete against the V10 Viper, the SRT10. Okay, so we got done with the Corvette Museum. Turns out that we kind of cut it very close. They were like giving us the warning and everything. So I didn't get the very last section of the tour where they do Corvette powered vehicles that are modded vehicles of original design and stuff like that that's used the Corvette platform and engine. I had a couple nice ones, especially one by Foose. He had a Impala Poster of a 1965, I believe, Impala that was built off a 2009 Z06. Looked really great. I wish I could have gotten a camera. We kind of had to like speed through, and I just kind of got the glimpse, so I didn't get to film on that part. I did some shopping and everything, but yeah, That was Corvette Museum, and there you go. They change it very often. This is what they have as of August, late August. So there we go, National Corvette Museum.